swans. My swan manifesto.
Continue.
Okay, so we started to get ready for the date. But first things first, Oz had to go to the new sword to see what it could do, and it seems to do nothing but float. He talked with our neighbors, our blacksmith neighbor Janasi, and they revealed, oh hey, Water Guy's teacher made that sword. So now Oz has to lead on how to figure out how to use that sword by finding that dude's shop and talking with him. And then date night started. And in date night, Oz and Izo and Jim all hung out with Kelani, with Jim and Izo, having some sparks, having something new, something beautiful. And while that was going on, it turns out Kelani is down for letting us use her owlbear Duchess Anastasia for the owlbear race, and would only want the emission feedback. We just have to make sure Duchess Anastasia doesn't get hurt in the process, which should be fairly trivial, I'm sure. And while this date's going on, Laz had some cop talk with his cop boss, and I forget whether this happened in the previous session or the one before, where he told his cop boss that beating around the bush that Jim was the one who broke into his father's estate, but also hey, we shouldn't tell the Moreaus about this. And I think after that is when Laz found someone breaking into a shop, stopped them, and a chase scene ensued. And while the chase scene was going on, date night was still going on. And oh hey, while King and Vivi were just kind of hanging outside trying to give date tips, here comes Oz's relatives walking up. King and Vivi failed to keep them from going in. Oz and one of his relatives ran into the bathroom. Got some, some menacing going on. Some, hey, come back to Ord and talk about what you learned. Date night wrapped up pretty much after that with, I believe, Kaylani, King, Jim, and Izo agreeing to go to the museum afterwards. And then the camera goes back to Oz and Vivi, who went to Oz's family's hideout to talk to Ord about stuff. And, here comes the Xanathar, letting everyone know, hey, the Xanathar knows about the Blue Bloods working with the Zents, which is bad news. And then wrapped up with Laz's chase scene with What's-Her-Face, getting away, and What's-Her-Face revealing her face to be Vivi's face, which is, say, her sister's face.
Dun.
A lot happened last session.
Also, the restaurant doesn't stock enough eggs, and they're too expensive.
Unbelievable.
That's important.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And the Garcon was very rude.
True.
Indeed. Okay, so let me pull up. There we go. I need this guy too. Too many guys. Okay, so we will open with Izo, King, and Jim Heim. You guys are at the museum. You've been here for a few minutes now. Kelani's sort of schmoozing about with you. They've got this big gala going on to celebrate the opening of a new exhibit dedicated to the treasures of Mastika and stuff like that. You have various political officials kicking about. Let's see, I'm gonna need too many people. Yeah, various political officials, celebrities, nobles, all sort of milling about. The Castellanters are here. They're in attendance. You notice Lariel Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep, and just various things going on. And let's see here. Don't need that. Okay. One thing I should mention is, as you guys were coming in, you had a little bit of trouble getting in because the doorman, the head of security for tonight, is this gentleman. And he was not particularly happy.
Son of a bitch.
He was not particularly happy to see Izo and King.
He was jealous of my super sweet duds.
But Kelani sort of was able to talk your way in without much trouble.
I just flashed him my deputy badge.
I make a big, just kind of ruckus about how it's a exhibit of Maztica. Why should I not be here? Come
The next time we're together, I have a question for Wolf. I think, do I outrank Durnan now?
Yeah, talk to Laz about that when you see him next time.
All right,
So
I need to
let's
know
see.
that.
Are you two-timing right now?
Who am I two-timing?
The guilds, like 2 different guilds or something.
Shh. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
It makes sense in Izo's head.
It makes total sense in Izo's head.
Let's see. How about the three of you each roll me a perception check? Okay.
Gemheim's very distracted.
Okay. Izo. So you notice that Durnan keeps giving you a sharp look. You also notice that milling about is a fancily dressed gentleman carrying a silver sword cane.
Oh God, this prick.
He actually spots you guys from across the room, waves at you, and starts coming over. As he does, he just goes, "Mr. King, such a pleasure to see you again." And Erminagil Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. Or should I call you Jimheim Moreau?
Yeah, whichever you like better.
Indeed.
Oh,
Okay,
Mr.
well.
Domain, it's a pleasure to see you as always. At the party, I didn't see you walk up. I was too busy wrapping my hand up. Burnt into the restaurant earlier, and I know that I've taken some rags or some cloth and kind of wrapped up my claw hand, the one with the gems on it.
Ah, okay. He looks at your hand. Pity. I hope you're okay.
Oh, just a little burn, nothing. A day of wrapping will help.
He'll look over at Izo, and you've certainly come a long way from delivering barrels.
It's been a good couple of weeks.
Indeed,
It's
a meteoric
amazing.
rise, you might say.
Meaty.
Don't hurt yourself trying to think about it. Anyway, so what brings the three of you here? Did you get an invitation?
Well, I don't think I quite need an invitation, considering how used to live around all this stuff, this exhibits showing. Figured I'd show them around, show them a little touch of the home.
We're on a double date with Kalani.
Lady Wave Silver?
Oh yeah, she's been so courteous to dying to be with us tonight.
She's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, you guys sort of wave at her, and from across the room, she sees you and just gives you a big wave. Ah, I see. Small world, then. So, Mr. King, you say that's right, you did say you're from Mystica, so perhaps you could explain some of these, some of the exhibits here, and he'll sort of gesture you around. He'll lead you over to this big hanging tapestry that you can see depicts the image of two tabaxi standing on top of like some sort of ziggurat, and it slowly seems to like do some sort of like it slowly transitions into two of them sort of being visited by some sort of heavenly female figure, and then it shows the two of them in conflict, and then it shows one of them standing triumphant over the other, clutching a golden sun.
Oh yes, that's the simple telling of the founding of the Leonin Empire and the the rise of my ancestors. In fact, a long time ago, there was two twin Leonin who together united all of Mestika underneath their golden claws, and they gathered the attention of the sun herself, Lady Soul. That's depicted right there. You can see. Oh, good. That's very good thread work there, and unfortunately, there was a bit of conflict in that she only wanted to have one mate, and they, had a little bit of conflict, and this winner was the beginner of the Leonin Empire and my great so on and so on grandfather.
Interesting. Fascinating. And you hear from behind you, and of course, completely factitious. But it makes for a good story. As this gentleman just sort of materializes out of the crowd.
Oh, Liberasis, it's been so long. Oh, how time has ravaged your. Oh, so many grave firsts. It's been so long.
It's been
How
all
is
of
time?
7 months, my...
Oh, and it shows all on your face. How are things?
They've been fine, I suppose. What should I call you now?
Oh, well,
Not Radiance.
you can call me King.
I think we both know I can't do that.
Well, you can't do that back home, but, that's what people have been calling me here.
Have they now?
But isn't that right, Jim? Is that right, Isa? Or actually, are they with me? Did they follow me to the hole with the
Oh,
with
definitely.
Fitz and Domain? Okay.
Oh yes, he's the only king I know.
Yep. Don't know anybody else named King.
He'll look at you, King. Very cute. Perhaps just my lord. How about that?
Oh, that will do, I suppose.
I serve only one king. And that would be his Imperial Majesty, whose name or whose exact title I'm forgetting at the moment. There we go. King Geminus Leonin, Sun King of Mastika, Lord of the 12 Prides, Warden of the Crimson Dawn, and Master of the Starstone Throne.
Did you say Geminus? Good name.
Ah, yes, used to be mine as well until we all know what happened there.
You
Jim,
failed.
Are you a cat king?
Well, yes, I am a cat. We prefer the term tabaxi. Cat's a little, demeaning.
Oh no, sorry. I was asking Jim. Sounds like he was talking about Jim right then.
No, I'm Gemheim. I don't know this Geminus chap.
Oh, Geminus.
Oh,
Gemheim.
he would be my brother, the one, back home.
His Imperial Majesty.
Oh.
Yes, and
Librastus will actually sort of gesture to a separate wall where you can see there are portraits of various members of the Leonin house. Most prominent would be King's brother, Geminus here. And of course, there's also this gentleman, his father. And behind that would be probably, let's go with your grandmother, Queen Agitaria. There we go. Queen Agitaria.
oh, they already have a portraits that big of him. I see. Great.
Indeed. It's been very busy back home since you left, my lord.
Oh, I imagine. Had to, clean out all my sides of the palace, of course.
Yes, amongst other things. How have you been?
Oh, I've been splendid, more than splendid. I've been getting the lay of the land here, really getting accustomed to this, Sword Coast life. It's not quite as, auspicious as back home, but it's quaint. It's enjoyable. I've, been focused on my own projects. I'm a business owner.
He has a bar, says Victor.
Yes, one that will be quite famous. It's actually already getting quite famous, and in the papers quite often. Where
Fascinating.
You should come for a pint.
If I have the time, perhaps. I would love to see your little project.
Oh, I mean, don't have to come, too soon. I mean, it'd be so packed and busy with very important people. You would get lost in the whole, hustle of it.
I'm certain. Roll me a deception check.
Absolutely.
Deception. We had the open Lord of Waterdeep a couple nights ago.
Yes, we did. We did have the open Lord of Waterdeep, and she had quite a few drinks. She had a good time.
She's very
Did you
nice.
know? Perhaps we should ask her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
Can we see her?
Yeah, you can see her. She is talking with a few people, and then she sort of cuts off from them and heads over to another woman who you've met before. This lady, Vajra Safar, the Black Staff.
Oh, she was at the bar too.
Yes, I believe so.
She came to our grand opening.
As you can see, we're quite the big names in our little establishment. You know, Open Lord Waterdeep, Black Staff Waterdeep, very important people.
Victor sort of breaks away from you guys and starts milling about with other people as Labrasis leads you over to Lariel and Vajra. They both like see you and acknowledge you, and the three of them just sort of start chatting.
Izo gives him a big wave.
Vajra like sort of looks at you, Izo, and she looks you in the eye and gives you a very knowing nod and stuff like that. The three of you roll me insight checks.
You got it. Boom.
All right.
So Jim and Izo, as the conversation is going, you notice that Lariel and Vajra, there is a lot of tension between the two of them. They're not raising their voice, and they're not saying anything explicitly insulting, but just like it's like one of those very polite, constantly smiling, and yet backhanded, compliment-ridden conversations that they're going back and forth. Lariel makes comments about Vajra's like her young age and questions her competence in a sort of roundabout way. Vajra questions Lariel's commitment to Waterdeep, and of course she would be at a social function of about a foreign culture. Anything to not have to worry about the affairs of the actual city she runs. Lariel's like is very surprised that the Black Staff has time to be here. Usually, her predecessors were too busy doing, archmage things to come to social functions like this, and it's just very tense and yet excruciatingly polite at the same time.
Are we within like conversation distance? Are we that close? Oh,
Yeah.
Open Lord, Lady my Lord Blackstaff, could I get you guys a pint?
They stop and stare at you. Vajra Safar goes, I think that would be very nice. Thank you.
You got it.
In fact, I think I'll go with you. And she'll start walking off. Open Lord, have a good night. I'll certainly try. Thank you. See her eye twitch a little bit. They walk off.
I'll be back with your pint, Lady Open Lord. And I walk off with the Black Staff.
You guys are worried about getting a pint of here.
Don't wait. I thought do museums not have bars?
I mean, not typically. I mean, well, actually, that's a good question.
They are serving cocktails.
Okay.
It's a gala, so yeah.
Okay. I was like, wait, am I? All right.
But yeah, you guys can get some cocktails. As you're doing that, you are like they have the bar set up next to a room that you can see is mostly empty, but there are like some sort of exhibits going in there. There's a velvet rope that's draped across it, and you see a sign over top of it that says, "Coming next month, Mulharan, the Kingdom of Fire." And you can see that there are some like black marble statues in there and stuff like that. It looks like they got some like to us think sort of in a quasi-Egyptian sort of thing going on in there.
Ooh, neato.
I wouldn't be too impressed. I mean, I'm sure they won't, match up to this that well. I mean, black marble.
Lady Blackstaff, I'm not where I assume we're staying at the bar. I'm not seeing any barrels of good beer here. And I start rummaging in my coat, but I've always got a couple of bottles on me in one of these pockets.
It's quite all right, thank you. I'll just take one of these and she'll pick up a martini. I appreciate it. I'm a little surprised to see you here. Where is Inspector Wolf?
Uh, you, I don't. Do I know where Laz is?
No.
All right. I don't know where Laz is. We were, Jim and I were on a double date with Kalani
Oh, congratulations.
and Oz,
Thank you.
and then we heard about we heard about this, and our buddy King is from Maztica, so we wanted to come see the exhibit, and I've never been to a gala before, so we came here after dinner, and here we are.
Well, I hope you're enjoying everything. Make sure she'll look at you. Has Inspector Wolf told you about the mission I gave him? His assignment?
Did he tell me?
Yeah, he mentioned something about it. He hasn't actually given you the details of it for some reason, but he did sort of tell you.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know the I know the shape of it. We haven't really gotten into the nitty gritty yet. There's there's been a lot going on today with this double date night and everything, and I really don't know where Laz has gotten off to this evening.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's fine. Just make sure you stay with him and follow his orders.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. She'll pat you on the shoulder. She'll nod to the rest of you. If you'll excuse me, I have a few more people to talk to. She'll.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, but of course, it's a pleasure to talk as always, as you often do.
Indeed.
Give her a big grin.
She'll head off. Labrassus just sort of like pops up next to you, King. So, Lord, apparently you do have friends in high places. Congratulations.
Oh,
Thanks.
no need to congratulate me. It's only natural.
Indeed. He'll turn to Jim and Izo. So, are you his compatriots? What?
Yes, you could say that.
Yeah, we run the bar together.
Oh, so you're his. He looks to King for a moment. Employees or something?
I mean, in the terms of this city, they could be, close equivalent.
I mean, you could call us his subjects if you'd like. I give a wink to King.
I mean, I try not to, they try to refer to themselves as that, but I feel like it's just, I want to really immerse myself in this culture of Waterdeep. Don't want to completely convert it over this soon.
Fair, fair. So it sounds like you've been immersing yourself quite well. Tell me, I've only been in town a few days. Perhaps you could give me a tour sometime.
Oh yes, of course. Gladly, I'll show you all the highest class, most auspicious places, and Jim, you could tag along as well, right?
I'd be happy to, yes.
Yes, Jim and I will show you all throughout the town.
Fantastic, fantastic. I look forward to your look at Jim footman to accompanying us.
What is this guy's name
I
again?
bow deeply.
Labrassus.
Okay.
Mhm.
Excuse me, LaGlasses. I owe the open lord a pint. And I start like, I guess, sniffing the different cocktails, trying to figure out which one smells the least offensive.
Okay, yeah, you can locate it pretty easily.
And I just pick one up and I rush back over to the open lord.
She takes it. Thank you. So,
No time.
been busy past few days? Anything exciting?
It's is that the open lord to me?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask myself too.
Yeah.
Well, we we've done it. We've been on a whole double date thing tonight.
Congratulations.
This is my first, thank you. This is my first gala. We got a owl bear for the race.
Oh, you did.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask who?
Yeah, it was Kalani. She was on the double date with us.
Oh, you're using her, Albert.
Is there a problem with her, Albert?
Roll me insight.
You got it. Boom.
Yeah, she grimaces when you mention her, Albert. She's just like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be a very fun event.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hey, I got a question. Could you wouldn't happen to be able to teach me that trick you did the other night where you got real you got real drunk and then all of a sudden you just weren't.
It's not really something that can be taught, I'm afraid.
Oh dang. I was afraid of that.
Sorry. Somebody comes up to Lyriel Silverhand with some sort of paper. She takes it, has to start signing it. Sorry, if you'll excuse me, I have some guild business to take care of. And you can see some members of the Brewers Guild sort of like motioning to her off in the corner. If you'll excuse me.
I just tip my hat and leave and walk back to the guys.
As you're coming back, another person has sort of noticed your little congregation sort of chatting over there and is coming over with a woman under his arm. He's just like, Moreau, so good to see you.
Oh, God, son of a bitch.
Funny seeing you here, Moreau.
Oh, hello, Tristan.
So, taking in the sights or what?
Yes, of course, just another night on the town.
I just find this whole Maztica thing fascinating, don't you, darling? Marilyn's just like, it's very nice, yes. So colorful. She looks at all the various art exhibits. There's something I should have mentioned earlier. Labrassus is constantly being followed. About 3 feet behind him at all times is a Thrycrane, mantis person, with a white body that turns pink towards the edges of his carapace.
Oh,
Interesting.
But Tristan actually notices it and walks over to it and starts touching it and like leaning on it, poking it. This thing is simply fascinating.
This doesn't happen to be a Thrycrane that we know and have seen at, say, the Bloody Fist?
No, that one's like is like a standard Thrycrane where it's sort of a dunnish brown.
Okay.
You've never seen a Thrycrane this coloration before.
Gotcha.
But Tristan just seems absolutely taken with this thing. Labrassus actually walks up to him and he's just like, yes, this is one of the foolish ones. This is my personal bodyguard, the elite guard of Maztican royalty and government officials.
I lean over to Jim and he's like, yes, I wouldn't poke them if I were you. So don't tell Tristan to not poke them.
You got it.
He'll figure it out.
Tristan incidentally like keeps poking it and touching it and stuff like that, and it just stands there and allows it to happen. Labrassus just goes on about yes, they're raised at birth. They're imprinted at birth to guard one particular charge. Utterly fearless, incapable of betrayal or deceit. They are really the perfect guardians. Sorry.
I know it's hard for me to adjust as well.
Yes. A lot of changes with being out here.
Oh, you get used to them, don't worry.
Oh, good.
That reminds me. What?
No, continue.
That reminds me. So, how long are we going to be in town? Are you just here for the exhibit? Or...
I'm the ambassador to Waterdeep now. I'm afraid I'm. He looks at you up and down and goes, "A bit of a bird of a feather now. I'm an outcast of a different sort."
Oh, I don't think of it as being an outcast. I mean, you could for yourself, but I don't think of it that way. For my, I have to know, what did you do?
Nothing. I was given this assignment as a reward for my 25 years of loyal service to the crown. It is a step up, I suppose, technically. Even
Yes,
if it
but
is far from home.
it is very far from home, and yeah. Have you seen Darkwater or any of the other? I'm sure you saw that coming in. Oh, it's
Yes.
quite a quaint city, isn't it? But I mean, I suppose that's just how it is. You know, spend a couple of decades. You know, for some people that's their entire life. You know, doing the best. Obviously, being the most perfect specimen, and you get shipped off to here. I mean, funny how life is, isn't it?
It's very funny. Very funny. I'm surprised you're adjusting so well, my lord.
Well, I mean, some tabaxi are just made of sterner stuff, I suppose.
I suppose. You continuously surprise me. Ever since you lost, or ever since you threw that fight with your brother, you've been just a constant source of amazement for me.
Oh, and don't believe that's the end of it. Oh, we have quite a surprising time here, I'm sure.
I'm sure. There's, if I may, there's just one thing I've been wondering. Something I've been very curious about. Where exactly did you find that ring?
Oh, right, this ring. Oh, it's just a little bauble I picked up from a local shop. And just went around and I saw the
No,
look of it.
not that ring. Not that ring. The one you gave your brother. You may remember it, the gold one with the fire opal in it that increases magical power. Where did you find it? Was it part of the archives? We don't have any. I don't recall anything like that.
I don't believe I know what you're talking about.
Oh, of course you do. The one you gave your brother before the fight. The one he was wearing during it. Yes, remember? That's what he said. He told. He starts looking at you like very confused for a second, King.
Yeah.
And then you start to see his eyes get a little wide with some sort of dawning realization.
I did not give him any ring. I do not know what you're talking about.
It's getting rather late. I think and I have other people I need to get.
No, we need to talk about this. What ring?
It's probably nothing, and he starts trying to walk off.
It's how I lost my throne. What is this ring?
The one he was wearing during the fight. I remarked on it. Incidentally, right, just a few days before I was rewarded with this position. He told me when I pointed it out that you gave it to him to help with the rigging of the fight.
Well, there was a rigging plan, but a rigging that was going to end in a draw, not a loss. And I did not give him a ring. I think we might have more in common than we thought, as strange as that is to say to give considering
I'm sure my memory isn't as good as it was. I'm sure I'm mistaken. I'm just misremembering these things. What is that Asherbridge fellow doing? He'll walk over to Tristan, who's still poking at the Thry Crane. He's trying very hard not to talk to you, King.
I'm gonna try very hard to talk to him.
Okay. We'll cut back to Oz and Vivi. Hanging out at, or still at Blue Blood Manor.
Ding, 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 ding 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 ding.
Mhm.
Playing guitar like a banjo.
Okay. As you're just sort of like fingering the guitar there, Vivi, you hear a bunch of like shouting from downstairs, and then you hear heavy footfalls running up the steps as a little goblin boy comes running up, and you can see he's very flustered, very angry. He looks down the stairs with his big pouty cheeks, and he just goes, "I could be a knight if I wanted to. I will be. I'll show you." And he'll dart past you. He's there he is. This little guy comes darting past you, like runs into a little room, into a bedroom, and slams the door shut.
Aw. He's crushing his dreams.
You can hear on the other side. It sounds like he's crying. Not sure.
I like scooch over to his room, knock on the door.
Door
Hey.
opens a little bit. Door opens a little bit. You can see he's got tears in his eyes, and he just sort of wipes them. Who are you? Oh, you're the lady from the other day.
Yeah, my name's Vivi. I heard you want to be a knight.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm practicing.
I'm sure you can and you will. Oh, Vivi believes in you. I give him a
His ears perk up. You really think so?
Definitely. I know so.
Well, can you go downstairs and tell the girls that?
Well, no matter what you tell the girls, they're not gonna believe it, 'cause they're girls. But then, when you grow up big and strong, they'll just come flocking.
I
Trust
don't
me.
know about.
And then they'll be screaming sorry.
Yeah. You see, he looks a little uncertain about that, but he comes out of his room at least. He's just like, "Thanks." Dolls
Yeah.
mean like that.
Oh, don't listen to Doll.
You see coming up the stairs are two goblin girls. One of them, you notice, is being escorted by a painted monkey. And by that, I mean a monkey that's literally made out of paint. The other one is looks significantly shorter and is wearing like a very nice, frumpy dress. Lots of frills and stuff like that. And she's just like, "Jost, are you done?" Oz,
Are
meanwhile.
these the girls?
Oh, yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. Oz, meanwhile, you're still in the room with Ord. You've got your Uncle Eel, Lulz. I guess, yeah. Yeah. Have I mentioned you have a big family? And
Yes.
this is
I'm
there we go.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, but you have these guys still kicking around in the room, and they are all like, as soon as Red Knuckle stepped out of the room, it basically broke into pandemonium as they're all arguing with each other as to what should be done about all of this.
What do each of them say? Maybe that will help me make a decision.
Okay. Yeah. So Zoff is having none of this. He is super pissed that Red Knuckle would come into their house and basically threaten you guys.
Mhm.
And basically, he's advocating for teaching these guild assholes a lesson, especially Red Knuckle.
And then kind of joining the. He was kind of doing that last episode.
Yeah. He's taught. Yeah, he would like to join the Zentarum.
Right.
Luld is highly skeptical of all of this. He's mentioning he has they have connections. You guys have connections, whatever. And Neverwinter and a few other cities. Maybe you could maybe some of the family members could take an extended vacation, things like that, and wait till this all sort of dies down. Eel is being very quiet for the most part, but is just like shooting down every plan he hears. Although he seems to be kind of taking Zoff's side more than anything.
Has the Gobfather said anything?
Ord's
Ord?
just sitting at his desk, trying to calm everybody down. He's more trying to just get the situation under control.
Gentlemen, maybe we should all calm down here and let's just talk logistics.
Ord nods. Oz is correct. We all need to calm the fuck down. Sit. Zoff sort of keeps standing. What do you have to say?
Well, look. I'm not sold on the family joining the Zentarum.
Of course not.
They're so disorganized. There's like branches of guilds. One of them's blowing up a play. Like, what are they even doing?
Perhaps we should consider joining the guild. That was an option.
I don't like them either. They got this girl out there, tan of ass, and she's like shaking everything up and kind of a dick. I don't really know.
So, do you have a suggestion?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good one though.
Us, we're all family here. We will not judge you, as long as you speak from the heart. I'll judge the shit out of you. Zoff, please.
I think that maybe we should just be independent. We've always been independent. We've done well. See where it takes us. I don't know.
Ord scratches his chin. And after a second or two, he just stands up and he waves to the door. Leave us. You two stay. And he points to you and Zoff. But Lulled and Eel stand up. Head out. Door closes behind you, leaving just you and Zoff. Ord, sir, rubs his temples, sits back down. You saying we should stay neutral?
Yeah.
I am inclined actually to believe you, Odds. Being in the middle has always worked for us. Although I wonder if times are not changing. I'm telling you, Dad, we can't just stay out of this. The guild, the Zentarum, they're about to go at each other's throats. If we jump in now, we'll be in a position to control it. They need us.
But they're so disorganized and dirty. We've always had a good gig, going. The stuff they do, it's just not right.
Have you been listening to anything that they've been saying? We're gonna get dragged into this one way or another. This is fucking war. At least this way, we've got the best goddamn allies in the whole thing. The Zentarum have always been good to us. I say we stick with them. You talk about war as if it's a fucking game. Sit down. Grumbles, sits back down. Believe me, both of you do not know what war is truly like. You cannot appreciate what could happen here. The world turns on events like this. Oz, you mentioned that these people, these Zents, are in a state of chaos. They have factions and splinter groups and anything like that. Do you know what these Doom Riders want? Do you know
I
why
don't-
they're split up?
That's the problem. That's why I'm so hesitant in the first place.
Hmm.
I really don't know what these splinter groups want. If I knew that information, maybe it would make it more advantageous for us to join something like them, and then I would actually agree with Zoff. But we don't know. These guys are like blowing up a play for no reason. It just doesn't make any sense. And then they're complaining about each other, and they seem like they want to turn on us.
He's nodding to everything you're saying. Zoff is just getting more and more frustrated.
They've even talked about like betraying us in a way, and
In what
working with.
way?
Well, they said they want to work with another family, a different family, somewhere up north.
Do you mean in like a different city or a different part of town?
Different part of town.
Ah.
It just doesn't seem like they're very loyal to us. And
The Zentarum is
Well-
only loyal to the Zentarum.
exactly.
Mm.
And even the Centarum aren't even loyal to the Centarum. It seems like they're so broken.
You know the old saying, the Zentarum will take anybody these days. Although, you do bring up a good point. If we knew more, we might be able to make a better decision here. He'll point to Zoff, and he'll point to you. You too. We have 3 days, according to Red Knuckle. In 3 days, try to find out what you can about the Zentarum and why they are that way. You think you can do that?
Yeah, I'll do my best. If it means
That's not accounting for much.
well, what are you gonna do, Zoff? What have you done?
I've done plenty.
Oh
I'm- Yeah. I'll put it this way, I haven't gotten anybody killed.
yeah.
Zoff, you go too far. 3 days. I'll have an answer for you.
I'll make it 2.
I can do it in 1.
I'll do it in 1. in 23 hours.
Boys, this is not a competition. It is important that we get valuable information, and it is important that you both stay safe while doing it. And I do mean both of you. You two seem to be getting along. Don't seem to be getting along very well. Don't make me force you to work together.
Hey, it's his fault.
It's his fault. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, sorry.
3 days. Find out what you can. Report back here. You're both
Okay.
excused.
I won't disappoint you. They get up on
Zoff.
the chair and
Yeah,
Wow.
Zoff scoffs and barges out. As you get to the door, or just is just like, Oz. Good job.
I feel good. I stare back at him.
Stares back
I
at you.
I don't give him a smile, but
Mhm.
I like a very like stoic kind of face. I do like a little nod of acknowledgement, and then I walk out.
Vivi, you've got little Jast, and you've got a Doll and Tala have come up, and they're Tala comes up and is just like, "Hey, listen, we didn't mean to make you cry, Jast. I wasn't crying. You're crying. No, you're crying. I'm not crying.
Look, guys, we could cry together, and if anything, why don't you all share your dreams? You know, if we share our dreams, then, you know, Either we can make fun of each other, or we can, just be excited for each other. Come on, kids. What do you say? I don't know.
Tall is just like,
Maybe your dream's silly. Maybe they think their dream's silly. Can't just be picking
Tall is
on
just
people
like,
all the time.
Tall is just like, I want to be a great painter.
And
Jas
that's a
just
great
sort of like runs over to the banister of the staircase, climbs up onto it, and points up to the ceiling. I'm going to be the best knight in Waterdeep. Doll just sort of like folds her arms. You're both insane. I'm going to be exactly what everybody should be. I'm going to find somebody who's rich, marry him, and live happily ever after, like the princess I am.
But, doll, is that what you really want?
Well, that and a pony. But Daddy won't buy one for me.
Come on, there's gotta be something else besides that. Trust me. Marrying a rich guy isn't all it's jazzed up to be.
She thinks about it for a second. No, I want the pony.
I mean, you could have a pony. Don't you want to be like some powerful wizard or something? That'd be better
No.
than. Okay, well. Again,
Wizards have to pore over smelly old books all day. I want to go riding with my pony.
Fair. Well, what if we extend that? What if you want to be like the best pony rider ever?
Well, I naturally already am,
Oh, well, then there you go.
because I'm already the best.
Well, see, now we all share the dreams. Now,
Jas is like, well, you didn't share your dream?
my dream. Well, I want to build a giant robot.
Ah.
And even more.
Jas and Tala get really excited.
I mean, I've
What
already
kind of robot?
I've already built some robots. I built like a dinosaur robot, and I'd show you right now, but it's kind of dangerous. I mean, I built
Jas
this,
is like, do it. Jas is like, do it.
and like I show the guitar. It's not really a robot, but I can like.
The
I switch it-
dinosaur's too dangerous. Here, look at my gun.
I like switch it from a gun to the guitar too. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that cool?
Wow.
It glows too. Ooh, look at that. Ooh,
Ooh.
pretty.
The monkey freaks out when whenever it starts glowing a little too much.
It also plays music. See, you've been hearing it? That was me.
Right about that point, you see a goblin come storming out of the room with where Oz was, just goes marching down the steps, followed shortly by Oz.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Oz, how'd that go? We're sharing our dreams. What's your dream, Oz?
Fuck, man, I don't know. Get money, get bitches, live life.
See, Doll's like, see, he has the right idea.
I never said it was wrong. More power to you.
Yeah, so let's skedaddle out of here. We got some shit to do.
Okay. Well, you kids, just keep being yourselves. Keep dreaming.
Yeah, keep dreaming. And you
And-
know,
and-
when you fail at that dream, you can always be a plumber, you know? They're really needed around Waterdeep.
Or you could just keep
Sewers.
trying.
Those sewers smell like ass. I know, first person. Let's get out of here. Go. Come on, let's go.
Okay, bye, kids. And I tap Jas and Tala on the head. I see if Daw will let me. I don't know if
No.
she will.
Nope.
I'd be like, okay.
Ew, no, you smell poor.
Fair enough.
How wrong you are. Do I know that actually?
You know,
No,
I'm
probably
a
not.
big ass
No,
debt.
I don't know. How right you are. Come on, let's go.
Laz, where have you been? Like after the Vivian incident, where did you head?
Um, what time was it by the time I found my wedding ring?
Oh, good question. Let's see. It was. You spent 4 hours looking for it. So it's probably close to midnight by now.
Laz is calling her all sorts of uncouth things, and in that case, he's heading straight to southward.
Yep.
So he heads to the hospital.
Okay. Yeah, you arrive to the sound of laughter. When you pop your head in, Kala is sitting there with Erebus, who is awake, and they are laughing at a joke she apparently just told.
Laz hesitates, and briefly considers ducking out before they see him, because he's fairly certain that his presence will ruin the mood.
While you're sort of hesitating, you do notice that the hospital in question has, like, you've got the room for Erebus. They have a separate room where you can see that they're. Oh no, hang on, I think we already covered this. Where there are guards posted outside for the drow. I think we already covered that though.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah.
Last time.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Laz is going to mutter a sheepish sort of, "Hey," and he's gonna sort of settle like right inside the doorway and wait for the okay to come in.
Yeah, as soon as you announce yourself, Kala's just like, Laz, come in. We were just talking about the. Well, anyway, don't worry about it. So, she looks over at Erebus. How you feeling? I'm feeling. He looks at his broken arm. Shitty. That's to be expected. I suspect you're about to feel a lot shittier. She'll stand up, pat Laz on the shoulder, give you a thumbs up, and head out.
Laz is going to mutter an uncomfortable thanks. And when he says it, he's really not sure if it's genuine or sarcastic. He doesn't know.
As she's like heading out the door, you just hear, "You got
this." Laz is gonna sort of look to Erebus, and then he's gonna look to the empty seat. May I?
Yeah, sure.
So he's gonna head to the seat, and he's gonna sort of plop down and look at Erebus and say, I heard how you got hurt. I don't know that it counts for much, but I'm proud of you.
He's not looking directly at you, but he just goes, "Thanks." There's a long, uncomfortable silence, and he's just like, "How have you been?"
Tired. But well, city's always in danger, so I don't get to stop.
Yeah, smells like the city's in danger.
Oh, God damn.
Oh yeah, I probably should take a bath.
You think he's probably picking up on the alcohol in your breath too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you dummy.
Laz is going to shift uncomfortably. Yeah. Can't say that I've gotten better about everything. I'm trying.
Okay.
Before that, and he points to the arm. How are things?
Fine, I guess. Mom's doing okay. I noticed you haven't asked.
Huh. Well, I've talked to your mom. I haven't.
And he goes to say something, and he catches himself and just stops.
No. Say it. I want this to be open. Whatever
It's
it
not.
was, say it.
Nah, it's not important. Don't worry about it.
Do I get this? Do I get any sense as to what he might have been about to say?
Give me. Hang on. You're trained in insight, right?
Yes.
You think he was about to admit something personal and stopped himself?
Well,
this is fun.
Look, I'm not good at this, obviously. I had this whole list of things that I wanted to talk to you about when you woke up. Like how, what you were up to, if you'd met anyone, like what, anything. And now I'm sitting here and all there is this clutter in my head. It's not something I'm terribly used to.
No, it's I get it, you know. It's not new. There's always been a lot of stuff on your mind. That's, you know.
No, it's not that.
Hmm.
It's Laz is going to sit back for a second, and then he's gonna consider his words. I this is where my 8 charisma comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I get problems. I get puzzle pieces. I don't get people. Least of all, the people closest to me. Or the people I care about most. So, you say there's a lot on my mind, and sure, that might be true. But that's not why this is so difficult. This is so difficult because I want it not to be.
He stews on that for a long time. And eventually breaks the silence asking, I heard the sash is back. I don't suppose you know anything about that.
I'd heard that too. But no, I don't. add that to the long list of things that I don't know a lot about. Believe me, that's not a life that I want.
Oh, so suddenly it's a problem. I thought you'd be thrilled at the idea.
There. Look, Erebus, there is a certain appeal to not being under the thumb tyrannical captain. But part of the problem with there not being any rules is that there are no rules. And that has consequences. I shouldn't. And he lets that hang, and he said that in such a way so like Erebus knows that there's a story behind that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess here we are.
You know, you never did answer. What have you been doing? The talk about me hasn't changed.
He's quiet again for a little bit, and finally chips in. Got a job.
Yeah? Where's that?
I'm working with Uncle Adonis. I've been doing deliveries for him.
You know, it is like a wolf to go into the family business. Kind of glad that you went into the safer family business.
Yeah.
How's Adonis doing?
He's fine. He's got a lot of deliveries these days. He's been branching out to other wards and stuff like that, so keeps me busy, you know.
Good. How you like
Yeah,
working?
he looks down at his broken leg. It's going to be a lot harder delivering stuff, I guess, now.
You're a wolf. You'll find a way.
Yeah, I guess. He then catches himself in realizing that he's been laughing, and suddenly gets quiet again.
Your mom would have liked to hear that.
Yeah. She's still cleaning houses, by the way. She's starting to, or she's talking about starting her own business.
Oh?
Yeah. Or, I mean, her own cleaning service, but, you know, I don't know.
Good for her.
Yeah.
And
Mom kind of deserves a break, you know.
You all do. And Laz gets this very sort of like far off look.
I met some of your friends at the thing. Or at least they seem to know you.
Laz immediately tenses up. Yeah. Yeah, they kind of told me. I am here after all.
Big guy was nice.
Izo's a good kid. Or has the potential to be a good kid. How'd
Speaking
you
of
like
good
the
kids,
others?
we'll cut back to Izo, Jim, and King.
Okay.
I'm dope. Fuck off.
True.
The three of you. Let's see. So what were we doing? Oh, right. So Labrassus is trying very hard to change the subject. He's moving. King's still like following him. Jim, like Tristan is just sort of like going on about everything. And he's you can tell he's been drinking a lot because when he starts drinking, he gets a lot friendlier to you and a lot like huggy, like he starts acting like you two are best friends. So he's got his arm draped around you. He's just like, Moreau, think about it. We could do a play together about this Maztica thing. It'd be fantastic.
Sure. Yeah.
He points to the tapestry that King was telling you about. We could do that. What do you think? You could be the loser one.
Yeah.
Moreau would be fantastic.
Come to me when you have a script, buddy.
I bet I'd look fabulous in a mane. What do you think, sir? What do you think, so, Pumpkins?
That's cat face. That's inappropriate.
That's good.
It's
Clearly, he's either trying to be the Prime Minister of Canada or the Governor of Virginia.
I'm thinking more just tabaxis with no tabaxi actors, just all humans in terrifying skin tight outfits.
Oh, jeez. It's a travesty.
Mhm.
Flops the bomb.
What's his lady doing?
Marilyn is just trying very hard not to be embarrassed by him. But she's agreeing with him. Yes, I'm sure that'd be very nice, honey. You notice she's been nursing a cocktail for the past several minutes.
I'm going to communicate in her mind
Okay.
and say, "Hey, if you want to ditch this loser, come hang out with us back at King's Palace later. Verity'll be there."
She goes to take a sip and coughs. Looks at you and then like starts looking around, not quite sure where she heard that.
And I'll say, "It's me, Gemheim," and I'll kind of wink at her as she looks at me.
She stares at you, and her face just kind of goes pale.
Just think about it.
She goes to say something and is immediately cut off by, well, what do we have here? Cousin, I see you have your little friend around? As Francesca Ashbridge, Tristan's cousin and the fiance of Caecilius, Roaringhorn, comes up. She's got a fan that she's just sort of using to cover her face at first, and then when she starts chatting with you, she closes it and strategically places it between her breasts. Good to see you again, Moreau. How have you been?
Not great since you Jagovs killed my friend.
I see he's doing better. And she looks over at on the other side of the room.
Well, yeah, it cost me all my damn coin. Got 27 silver on me. It's a disgrace.
Do you want a loan?
Yes, I would love for you to reimburse me for my friend's death. That would be quite.
Oh, Mr. Moreau, you are too much. And she'll snap her fingers as a butler comes up. Pay the man. And he'll just like hand you a small little pouch full of money.
God, it's that
There
easy.
There you go, Moreau.
Yeah, I'll take it.
With my
With pride.
condolences.
Yeah,
15
you
gold.
can I don't even count it. I just
Mhm.
pocket it.
Mhm.
Yeah, your condolences not worth. Yeah, this coin's worth more than your fucking condolences. I'm never coming to a party of yours again. I'll just say that. That's the last time you'll see a Moreau at your party.
She'll lean in like way too close, Jim. I think you've got bigger problems. You should really be nice to me, you know. She'll lean back. Caecilius isn't at all happy about what happened the other night.
He's not happy. He's not happy.
No, not at all. You really upset him when you slapped him. You should be careful.
I'll slap you next.
Excuse me?
Oh shit!
This is
Marilyn like coughs up her drink again.
My-
I
You're gonna kill my best friend and you're gonna complain about a little slap? You kidding me?
Francesca, I don't know if that's appropriate. Francesca like shoots her a death glare. She's like immediately clams up.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Can I just appear behind her?
Sure.
Like standing uncomfortably close directly behind her, like very like if I need to roll a fucking stealth, I'll roll a stealth to like
No, you're fine.
be directly behind her in a way that's like surprisingly close.
Okay. But she'll glare at Marilyn, then stand at attention. And when she does, she suddenly notices that you're behind her. She just sort of like looks up at you, and sort of flinches.
I just look at her with my solid silver eyes. Hey,
Hello. Feeling
look-
better?
you look familiar.
Yes. I was at the party the other night.
Party.
Yes.
Party.
You know, it's
Oh.
like, it's one of those things, like what we're at now.
Right, where I
They
died.
did teach you what party means, right? You did teach him what party means, right, Jim?
He probably has a bigger brain than you do. See, his brain's actually in his head, not his bosom.
Marilyn just goes, Mr. Moreau, I don't think that's... And Francesca like glares at her. She freezes.
And
She
you
looks up
humans do have woefully small bosoms. Your brains must be real small if that's where you keep them.
Yeah. Nice.
I can assure you, my brain and bosom are just fine.
Not from this angle.
Do you think you're both very clever? Think you're cute?
I think we're
Jim.
pretty cute. Yes.
Jim Heim is damn cute.
Hmm.
And I do love this hat.
It is an adorable hat
Thank you.
from 3 years ago. She'll look over at you, Jim. Again, you really should try to be nicer to me.
Oh, I think
Ah.
that ship has sailed.
Okay. I'll be sure to remember that.
Yeah, you do.
She starts to walk off, catches herself. Lord Moreau, I have to ask, how's your brother these days? I haven't seen him around. I would figure he'd be at a function like this, not the lesser one.
Hasn't been around lately.
Ah, I see. Well, it seems like you and Caecilius have something else in common. Rising stars in the social order. You should probably remember that. and remember your place.
Is that a
Social order
threat,
be
tiny
damned.
lady?
What do you say, Isa?
Is that a threat, tiny lady?
No. It's a promise. She'll grab Marilyn by the hand and start leading her into the hallway outside. Marilyn's just like as wise as she. Tristan just suddenly like grabs you again, Jim. Well, that sucked.
I'm gonna look over to Isa and be like, that felt really good. I used to really care about what people like that thought about me. This is wonderful. I need
You know,
another drink,
Moreau,
though.
you should really be more careful with her. She's a bitch even to me.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, I mean, that's to be expected.
Anyway, we were talking about how you could be a fantastic loser on stage. He starts like gesturing back at this tapestry again.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
Tristan, I think I'm done with you. I'm actually having fun now, so I think I'm going to,
I'm done with you.
King, what have you been up to?
Hounding Liberatus more, just trying to get
Okay.
him to talk to me.
Uh-huh.
Get back here. We're not done talking.
My lord, listen. I don't know what else you want. We're about to reveal the crown jewels of Mastika. I have to do a little speech when we do so. I'm very busy. What else can I be of assistance for?
Okay, we don't have to talk about this now. We don't have to talk about this tonight, even. Just come visit me at my bar, and we don't have to talk about it there. We can just start talking, start comparing our recollections.
I'm not entirely certain that be wise. Listen. I'm sure I'm getting some things wrong here. Because otherwise, it would explain an awful lot. And that wouldn't be very good. Either way, I am a loyal servant to the House Leonin, and I intend to remain so, even if I am here. Especially if I'm here.
All right, then. But we're not done with this conversation. We will be talking again sometime in the future.
Oh, I'm certain. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, and he'll head out into the middle of the crowd over to this case that you could see has been covered in a sheet for most of the evening. Everybody gets quiet, and he gives a little speech about the glory of Mastika and stuff like that. And there's a bit of a drum roll as he presents the crown jewels of Mastika as the sheet is pulled away, revealing a glass case, inside of which you can see rested on a purple velvet cushion is a crown with 6 points to it. And embedded in each point are circular diamonds, clear white diamonds. The crown itself is actually extremely utilitarian. It's not very elegant at all, and more importantly, King, by your recollection, it is completely different from the crown that you've always saw your father wearing. Like, completely different.
Interesting.
Torin Leonin's crown was a very ostentatious thing. It had 6 points as well, and each one was embedded with a different colored gemstone. And when the light would hit it, it looked like his head was sort of encased in like a halo of prismatic color. This thing is gaudy or is cheap looking by comparison.
What the hell is this of that? Izo, Jim, that's not the real thing. That's hideous.
Somebody in the crowd actually points out, "Hey, I don't look like no fucking crown," as he points to Torin Leonin, who you can see is painted wearing his old crown. Librasis just sort of smiles. Yes, sorry. I guess I should have explained this. The crown of Mastika has recently been reforged, you might say. We, under His Majesty's excellent taste in fashion and a desire to forge his own legacy immediately, the crown has been recast into this much more humble-looking thing. He claims it's to make him more closer to the people, something more mundane, less ostentatious.
Ugh. I roll my eyes.
Yeah. I can assure you, however, that that the original crown jewels are quite safe in our private collection. They were preserved during the reforging process and made into a brand new piece of jewelry, which sits on His Majesty's right hand. He gives a big smile. Everybody claps and applauds and starts gathering around to look at the crown. Francesca sort of looks at it with a little haughty disdain. She's seen more impressive pieces of jewelry and stuff like that.
King,
Yes.
your brother has bad taste.
I know. That's why I should have been the face, and he could do all the boring stuff. That's what we agreed on until everything went bad. I'd wear I'd wear the crown, wear all the robes, I'd do all the speeches, and he would just do all the the boring stuff. But no, he's gonna go ruin the crown, make that stupid thing. Made his own claw too. I wonder why he had to make his own claw. I guess I'll walk up and look at it more closely.
Okay. Yeah, you can give me an investigation check if you want.
Very average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look over it. Not nearly as nice as your dad's. And again, just these ugly white stones, white diamonds. No color to it.
What's even the point if it's not gonna even look good?
Yeah.
Is Liberasis nearby?
Yeah, he's talking to a few people, but he notices you looking at it.
I just gotta try and catch his eye and just gonna give a look of kind of disapproval, like gesture, like really.
He shrugs and he manages to break away from the group slightly, or for a short period of time. He just sort of comes over. I didn't approve of the whole thing.
See,
I'm a traditionalist in that respect.
You, me both, brother. That thing's hideous.
I know. Your father used to look so beautiful in his old crown. I remember it used to glow with the yellows and reds and purples.
I would look better, just say.
I know.
And you said he made a claw for his right hand?
Oh, well, technically he didn't. He ordered the old crown destroyed, and I felt it prudent to preserve the stones, at least. Those stones are technically part of the crown jewels themselves, so I had it refurbished into a mithril claw. Yes. Nice, beautiful piece of jewelry. Fits over the right hand.
So he's got one on his. So he has his new one on his right claw, and the old one on his left. Then that's a bit much, don't you think?
No. There's only one. One for the right hand that we had fashioned.
Right.
Roll me insight, King.
Actually, I'm gonna burn my inspiration on that.
Okay.
Not much better.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, again, ugly thing. I prefer the old ways, but you can say this. But I mean, trust me, the crown is the smallest thing he's been changing.
Really? What else has been changing?
With all sorts of things. I really shouldn't be talking about this with you, especially right now. Oh, yeah, yes, coming, Open Lord. Sorry. If you'll excuse me.
Come to my bar. We can talk. Go.
And the party just continues. More fancy music, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails. At one point, you guys can actually hear Francesca and Marilyn out in the hallway. Marilyn trying to like explain herself, and Francesca just sort of like shutting her down. But otherwise,
Ooh,
unless
actually,
somebody has something.
is Victor Saint Domain still around?
Yes, he's still kicking around.
I'm gonna go find him real quick.
Okay. Ah, Mr. King. Yes.
Oh, hello. Just how you enjoying the exhibit?
Ah, lovely. Perfectly lovely. It's nice to get out and have a bit of culture. I've been cooped up for too long working on my latest project. It's nice to get out and see something new.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I imagine I've heard you're working on a new book or some such. Is that why you started, being a patron of that orphanage down by Doc?
Orphanage? Oh, oh, you mean down in Dock Ward?
Oh yes, I've been doing the rounds, establishing, do some charity work among, one of many orphanages.
Oh, you're looking at doing charity work in the ward.
Oh, I already have been, and one of the many orphanages I'm patronizing right now, and they mentioned that you used to donate to them, but you haven't recently. I'm curious about that.
Oh, well, yes. Unfortunately, things have been my time has just been eaten up with my current project and things like that. It's just slipped my mind.
So, I mean, it's almost like you would say that your personal work matters more to you than the children? Oh, they'd be so sad to hear that. Would they have little hats like yours?
Roll me insight, King.
Oh, good.
See if you can do better than 8.
Jesus.
Barely.
Better than
It's better than 8, yeah. Victor doesn't seem very happy with that comment. You can ascertain that. He's just like, my work is very important.
Oh, I
And
know.
sometimes it gets away from me. I'll try better in the future.
Oh, I mean, I completely understand. I didn't mean for it to come across with just the children, they take it the wrong way. I mean, I know you're busy. If you want, I could take the donation for you and deliver to them on your behalf.
Oh, no, I couldn't trouble you with it.
Oh, I pass by that way all the time anyways.
Do
It'd be
you
no
now?
problem. Oh,
You
yes.
pass by Dock Ward often on your way to your trade ward business?
Oh, yeah, I've taken a liking to the eel on a stick. I turned my nose up when I first got into Waterdeep, but now I just can't stop, chowing on the things. Run by down there to get the eel on the stick nearly once a day.
Roll me a deception.
One of the things I'm good at.
Saint Domain just sort of raises an eyebrow. Of course, the eel on the stick is obviously the Dock Ward specialty. I have to tell me, do you prefer Mama's or do you prefer St. George?
Oh, I mean, I used to think that St. Jordan's, would be more mild, but really that kind of more homey, rustic taste of Mama's really does it for me.
Of
really gives it the
course.
flavor of the town.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've always said. It's good to see a man of culture and a man of good taste. Especially one kicking around Dock Ward. That's good. It's good to know that the kids have somebody to look up to.
Especially since you don't come around there much anymore. Oh, they miss you so.
Oh, no. I still have connections, though. I still hear things.
Oh,
Did you know that there was a... Did you hear, that there was a murder the other night?
What? A murder?
Yes, there was a building that almost caught fire. Apparently, somebody left a kettle or a cauldron boiling too much. Damn near burnt the whole place down. They found a corpse inside. Can you imagine?
Oh, that poor soul. I mean,
I hear it's
did you
related.
mention
I hear it's gang violence related. What with this whole crime war going on?
Oh, I've been worried about that. My bar being so, that part of the city, and having to walk by that area to get to my eel, get my eel on.
Mm-hmm. I'm certain. at Mama's, right?
Yes.
Right.
I mean,
of course.
Sometimes I go to Mama, sometimes I go to St. Jordan, sometimes I just, prowl around, just trying out the different flavors. I haven't been in
Of
the city that
course.
long. I gotta really, really,
Mhm.
try out the different flavors, try the different shots.
Understood. Well, either way, next time I'm down in the ward, I'll be sure to mention to the kids that you are thinking of them.
Oh yes, of course.
I suspect I'll have a lot more free time once my project's done.
Well,
He'll,
also,
yes,
does a was it Corden or Corbin?
Corbin.
Wait, it's like Corbin. I heard he was trying to take up studies. Do you happen to know what he was trying to study?
Corbin? Oh, yes. Quite an interesting young man. Brilliant in his own way. Such a keen mind.
Oh
And
yes,
a talent for writing.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I could tell there was a bit of sharpness to him when I first met him.
Indeed. If only he was a little bit more confident. Yeah. Once my current project is up and running, I think I'll be able to help him a lot more. I've been doing a little charity work of my own, and I think once I'm all settled, there'll be a lot of big changes coming to Dock Ward.
Oh, exciting. The place really needs that, a little bit of cleanup. I definitely agree.
Indeed, the youth of today are they're unguided. They need focus. They need a steady hand. They need somebody to show them the way. And I, being Waterdeep's leading inquisitive and greatest mind, feel like it's my duty to give back to the community.
Oh, I mean, if not you, then someone, as if not more capable, of course. Whatever it takes to really get the youth back on.
My dear man, I don't know if Lord Ogma himself would qualify. But if he were to show up, I might consider passing it off to him. Only him, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of
Well,
course.
I've got to run. Toodaloo.
You have a good day. Oh, by the way, next time you're getting eel at Mama's, tell her I'm so sorry she closed down 10 years ago.
Oh, you don't know about new mamas? So it's how
Mm.
much you go to Dock Ward.
New Mama's. That's a great name.
It is. If nobody else has anything, we'll cut back to everybody, back to the bar, except for maybe Laz. Erebus would eventually fall back to sleep. Stay with him for the night, or what?
Yeah, I'd probably hang there for the night, and then head back in the early morning.
Okay. So we'll reconvene you guys at the bar. Boop. If you guys want to do stuff together at the bar, go ahead. Otherwise, we'll jump to the next day.
I think I would just, after maybe sobering up a little, just kind of warn everyone. I think I might have made an enemy with the Caecilius Roaring Horn. I really talked some smack to his betrothed at the party tonight.
Who the fuck
Well,
is that?
They deserve
Isn't
it
he the guy
anyway.
Isn't he the one who killed Izo?
That fuck deserved it anyway.
Okay, good. As long as we're on the same page.
Wait, somebody. That's the guy who did the party and killed Iso?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That guy owes me money.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Just so you know.
Fuck that guy.
Speaking of money, well, how about I pitch a new business to everyone? How about we start selling eel on a stick down by the Dock Ward? Call it, I don't know, New Mama.
What the goddamn fuck have you been smoking? Not my shit, because I didn't sell it to you.
I told Vincent to man I was shopping at New Mama's and he called me out on my fucking lie.
I've never had eel on a stick before.
King, that's a saturated market. You can get eel on a stick at every corner.
That's why I was counting. I
Really?
figured I'd say, oh, I go down by Dockport to get Dale on a stick and wouldn't think twice, and then he got me in this mama trap. I've been in a mama
Oh.
trap before. It doesn't feel good.
Mama closed 10 years ago.
Mama
Come on.
Trap's a great name for a business too, but a very different kind.
Let's buy a business.
business right there.
Why don't we just buy a business and we call it Yo Mama?
Whatever it takes to make him look like an idiot, because I hate him.
The trick
Same.
to Lion King is to not get too caught up in the details. Keep it vague. Why am I giving tips on lying to a criminal? Don't listen to me. Details.
A criminal? Laz.
I am
That
an
is quite
upstanding
the-
member of society.
That is quite
King is
the
a criminal?
accusation.
You think I didn't read your letter?
Laz,
Get a
are you
letter?
reading our mail? That's illegal.
Now who's the criminal?
Ooh.
Who's the criminal now?
I think we should turn him in, you guys.
Now the pizza's on the other foot.
Somebody call the police.
This conversation.
Somebody's turned the tables.
I might have news for one of you.
What?
Let's things get quiet. I might have seen your sister.
Who's this?
I don't have a sister.
I don't have a sissy.
I have like 10 legitimate cousins.
Yeah, I saw ads just the other night. She's fine.
I mean, you must be mistaken. I
Why
mean,
does everyone have a sister? God damn.
I don't have a sister. That's why I'm so confused. Because why would you talk about anyone besides me?
So fucking
Tell them to turn it off.
Wait, do I have a sister?
Vivian, I saw Vivian.
Honest does not have a sister.
I didn't think so.
Us has every other kind of relative, just not a sister.
Okay, so whose sister?
I saw Vivian.
You what now?
Vivi, who?
What? Where?
Breaking into a jewelry shop.
And why did you stop her? Why did you bring her here?
Because your sister is quite skilled at what she does, and unfortunately, I don't have the magical tools to continue to pursue her. But
Wait, she got away? She's still out there?
She made it abundantly clear that she did not want to talk. Well, no. Opposite. She very much wanted to talk. She just did not want to socialize.
No one likes talking to the police. It's okay, Laz.
But
the
then
hell
we
are you
gotta go
talking
find her
about?
right now.
You're part of the Grey.
That's different. That's not the police.
There's a badge.
I mean, I work for a guard captain. If that makes helps at all.
No, it does not help.
Wait,
I work
Laz.
for gangsters. I mean, does that count? What's that worth?
That is the opposite of. Oh God.
That reminds me, Laz, I have some unrelated questions for later.
Yes.
I'm like
You know what?
mumbling
I
to
have some
myself.
unrelated questions for you right now, Laz.
Oh, what?
You know, you've scars on your neck.
Yeah.
What are those?
You saw my sister.
Wait, can we stay focused on Vivian here?
Like Laz is giving Oz the blank stare, like this is completely unrelated to anything. His mouth is kind of hanging open a little bit, like what?
Laz, you said she was robbing
doing?
a store. Was she?
Besides that,
Was it just her? Like,
did she say where
Was
she
she
was
alone?
going? Did she say where she's
Let-
at?
Laz, you need a hug.
Did she
The
ask
only-
about me?
Laz very clearly does not know how to handle answering that question in particular. Well, I'm not sure that she knew that I'm associated with you.
Okay, that's fair.
She, I didn't know it was her until she was already leaving.
I knew she wasn't dead.
What?
I'm always
The,
dead.
the Jolly, the mask that she's wearing. You said it changed her physical, like it changed the look of her build and everything.
Yes.
Okay. To refresh my memory, don't the masks of the Lords of Waterdeep do that as well?
Sort of like, number one, it's not a mask so much as it's like a full-on cowl, and what it does is those things make your body like in a very uniform way, so it's impossible to distinguish whether you're male or female, and they modulate your voice and stuff like that. That's not what was going on here. It was just like you could definitely tell it was still a woman underneath that, but it was just changing her build slightly, so you probably couldn't tell that she was quite as petite as she might have looked and all that stuff.
Okay.
It's much more. Hang on. Is Laz trained in Arcana? Probably not.
No. I think it's the one knowledge skill. It and nature are the two knowledge skills I don't have. So.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, why is she not looking for me?
I don't
hang
know.
out with me?
The old.
Wait, she was dead?
No, she never died.
Wait, King, King, Mama's was terrible. They closed a decade ago.
Yes. Which
It's
like,
probably just served eel.
The eel was bland and rubbery, no seasoning at all.
that's why new Mama's eel is gonna be
guys are
spicy
assholes, too.
and chewy. Spicy and tender.
Why do you have scars on your neck, Laz? What's going on there?
Did you,
I gotta go look for her right now.
Laz? Did you get those scars at Mama's?
I don't think Vivian wants to be found.
Why
Made
not?
that abundantly clear.
Well, I gotta go find out why.
Well, what? Her mask. We can. What did she look like exactly? We need.
I
to
mean,
go,
we could
I
just
think
look
can
for what
find
she
it.
looked like, you know?
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
look for her, look for what she looked like. It's obvious. Come on.
Have you guys seen the play Saw? Saw. Have you seen Saw? It's a good play.
Laz is looking very confused.
Yeah, I thought we did that one in like 10th grade.
That's a fucked up play.
That's a fucked up high school.
That's why it was good.
No, never mind. Let's move on from that. Laz, let's talk about these scars that you got.
Will you stop asking questions if I tell you about the scar?
Yeah, how did you get your scars?
You want to know how I got these scars?
You can't live in a society.
Society.
Oh,
Do we outrank the regular watch?
Too many questions all at once.
What time is it? Can we go look for her right now?
Oh,
Wait, he outranks the watch?
That's what I'm trying
To
to
answer your
out.
question, it's technically early morning right now. Continue.
yeah. Laz is going to swear at himself and curse the fact that he's trying to curb his drinking. So Oz, I was a rookie.
Wait,
I
Laz.
wasn't paying attention.
Do you need a drink before we talk about this?
No, I'm good. Probably.
Roll me wisdom.
God damn it! I knew it. I'm never gonna get better at this, am I? Okay. Let's see here.
At least you admit you have a problem. Okay, you're good.
Wow.
No.
Cool. Love it.
Staying on that bandwagon today.
I'm good. I'm good. I was a rookie. I wasn't paying attention, and I paid the price. Almost died. This, and he gestures at his scar, is the reminder that I have of that.
Insight check. Is he telling the truth?
Laz, you can give me a deception check. Or hang on, Laz, are you telling the truth?
Yeah, Laz is absolutely telling the truth.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say?
Then yeah, I'd say yeah. Laz isn't very good at lying, so yeah, you can ascertain he's telling the truth.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Wait, where did you think I got the scar?
I didn't know. I just... It looked bad. That's all I know. It's around your neck. It's a scar. One can come to conclusions.
No one tried to decapitate me. But
That's not what I was thinking, but yep.
They already did decapitate you, and you're a zombie.
Are you a zombie?
Wait, Laz, are you a
Guys.
zombie?
Tangent.
This conversation went far afield. Okay.
You know what? Totally different conversation. I'm going like 50 miles away. The basement. What are we gonna do about that, guys?
The basement. I was wondering if someone would remember that we haven't solved that.
Wait
I
a second,
mean-
do we have a basement?
Vivian
Yeah,
can
we
help
were
us
there,
out.
man. We were there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was drunk that night.
Your mind wasn't there, but you were there.
Where's the rhyme that went with the basement?
Once
Oh, it's-
was a sun, then there was
Oh,
a sun, then there was another sun, then there was fire. That's the rhyme.
That's a great song. So Laz, do we outrank the watch?
Jolly, I feel like Izo wouldn't because he's probational. I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to describe the Grey Hand as quote outranking the watch would probably not be the best way of describing it, but yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah, they would be kind of. They don't outrank because they're about part of the same power structure. The way I
Yeah, it's kind
understand
of like saying the CIA outranks the FBI, which is just sort of a weird sort of sentiment, you know. But yeah, continue.
it. Okay.
Fuck the CIA.
Well, fuck
Laz
them
is
both,
going to. Yeah, Laz is going to look at Izo and say, "Not exactly."
Wait, are we CIA?
In this scenario, I feel like we would be CIA.
Well, fuck the CIA. You're part of a terrible group, Izo.
Which one?
All of them.
Except maybe the Barbie. Actually, yeah. So, Vivi, I'm gonna keep my eye out. I don't know that you're going to be able to track her. I just thought you deserved to know.
Yeah. Can we go look right now? It's like 2 a.m.
One missing person case at a time.
Wait, who else is missing?
We're looking at other missing people?
My brother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
My
Pay so much
dignity.
attention.
Hey, my cousin's missing, but I think he's dead, so never mind.
And you get the sense Vivi, that despite the fact that Laz says one missing person case at a time, that he is definitely going to be keeping an eye out,
Doing all of them anyway.
doing all of the things because he's Laz.
Maybe we should.
Because,
I don't know why Tort just popped in my head. Maybe we should go say hi to Tort. I miss that guy.
Wait, Jim, no, no, no,
You know,
No.
I never knew my parents.
no. Just Jim, no.
They might be
Jim.
missing too.
Jim,
I'm pretty sure they're not missing Ezo.
Jim.
Which, by the way,
No,
we
Jim.
did. Bruce is missing. Oh my god, no!
No.
Not Bruce!
You know, Bruce has a really nice beard. I kind of like it.
Oh, he's majestic.
And what's up with those ear piercings? Very interesting placement, if you ask me.
Yes. I like
Well,
this tooth
if
placement.
they're any further out, they dip your ears down. They weigh them down. It's a real pain in the butt. And if they're too far in, then they get tangled in your sideburns.
Ezo, do you have any piercings? I'm gonna look at him.
No.
Oh, never mind.
Should we change that tonight?
No.
He's gonna
I'm
get
good.
piercings. He's
I'm-
gonna get a fucking tattoo. It's fucking 2 a.m. Who gives a shit?
Perfect time. Late night, a lot of alcohol, bad choices.
Do we have
I'm
any?
more of a tattoo guy.
Wait, guys.
One earring would be all stylish.
Guys, let's think about this. Do we have a symbol, like a sign or anything like that?
I thought we made one.
face?
What?
We didn't make one?
Did we make one?
Did we not make one?
Did
I mean,
we?
it should be my face.
Yeah, I
Let-
agree.
Wait,
No,
what is the sign
I
for?
disagree.
Just a cartoon king face above the
Well,
bar.
we gotta have
Giving a thumbs up.
We need the brand. The brand. That's what we're looking for, man. So we can,
And speaking of brand, it'd be
Branded.
great if speaking of brand, it'd be great if you guys got that tattooed on you as well.
I really don't think we should start branding people.
I don't-
It
I'm
really
good on
smells
tattoos.
bad.
we can brand the bar. We'll have a sign that says our brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like King is our brand, though, right? Like,
I would just kind of pose.
Well, we can make it look a little different. We can't just make it.
I like King the way he is.
You all have the intention.
Thank you, Ezo.
what if, Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good one. What about just like a paw? Maybe it's like a paw
Oh, I like that's good, Jim.
with
I
like a
that.
crown on it or something. I don't
A
know.
paw with a crown. That's an idea.
Right? What's like a symbol? Like if you were a symbol, King, what would you be?
Well, you know.
That's a
A
2 a.m.
claw
drunk.
with a-
That's a drunk 2 a.m. question if I have ever heard one.
Dude, not a claw with a clown, a claw with a crown.
The thing is, I am a symbol, is a thing. I'm a symbol of royalty, a symbol of magnificence, a symbol of glory. I could go on, and I tend to. A symbol of magnificence.
What about a sex symbol?
That too, of course.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I'm thinking like like those high school mascot graphics.
Yeah. Say that in less modern terms, thank you.
is
High
straight
school
King
mascot
Brand is so
mosaics.
counter to
I
Oz's
don't
brand.
It's just smart people shit, and you don't understand half the shit comes out of BB's mouth.
She's a forward thinker. that one.
Okay, we'll dwell on that. We'll dwell on that. Just an idea, though.
I still vote for my face.
So are we going out to get Vivi's sister?
Yeah, so we gotta go do that.
To get
Are we
Vivi's
gonna
sister a
solve the
piercing.
basement?
Well, if she wants to get a piercing, I'm not gonna say she can get a piercing. I just don't want a piercing.
I don't need a piercing.
So if you were to
I'll
get,
get
a
a piercing.
though, where would it be?
Somewhere where people can't reach. I've seen a lot of people get their piercings ripped out. It ain't pretty.
And that's why
Somewhere
I
you
don't
can't
wear
reach?
earrings.
Yeah, you're planning on fighting in the ring, but I don't recommend getting a piercing.
Agreed.
What about like a nipple piercing?
No.
No, absolutely not.
I'll do it.
Yes, yes, yes.
You don't already have one, Jim? I thought you did. Was that a rumor? It must have been a rumor.
I have some. I got some.
He's up for
piercings.
another
Jim, do you know what your father would really hate? A tattoo.
Guys, I think we were
King
supposed to be
tattooed on the side of
sleeping.
your face.
Get my face. I
no,
know.
no, no, no.
My face.
Yeah,
I
we're
know.
we're like all in our
It's so
beds
Frank,
upstairs talking with like the doors open across
No,
the
we're
hall.
talking. We're talking through our Harper pins.
Oh my, yeah, we're all laying.
As we're all laying.
I
down.
did
I was
install
imagining-
intercoms
I-
all over the bar.
I just imagined you guys had brought your mattresses down. You're all wearing pajamas. You're having like a little sleep-in circle.
At some point, while all of this inane nonsense is going on, Laz leaves, takes a bath, and comes back, and they're still arguing about piercings and tattoos.
Wait, Jen, did I tell you I found the next clue? Did I say that?
No.
There's a clue?
Yeah, remember the scavenger hunt that Vivian left me?
Yeah. I remember
right.
that.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So I found the previous one, but the new one is something about the heart of the gang. What the heck does that mean?
Heart of the
Heart
gang.
of the gang will
Heart of the
probably
old
mean-
gang. Wait, that's what I was thinking.
it
Because
must
you
be
are kind of the face, which is true.
Well-
Okay. Hey. Let's talk
so
about
did you
this thing.
eat the clue?
That
Well,
doesn't make any sense.
if I'm being honest, I feel like I'm forgetting his name.
I like
now.
trying to like
I'll
open his
swap.
eyes, like see if there's something in his eyelid.
Hey, listen. Think, guys. Okay, did the person who created this clue knew that we were a gang? Because that doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
No,
No,
our
no,
old
she's-
gang.
Yeah, she did.
You're the
What-
gang?
Guys
could it
talking
be,
about
could
us.
it be Osvaldo? What was that guy's name?
Yeah.
I think that was his name.
Wait.
Group,
That's
Big
what I was
Iverson.
thinking too.
I mean, because if you think about it, as much as I don't want to be a downer, I feel like when he passed away, that was when we all kind of split up.
Wait, Jim,
Yeah,
you weren't a
that's true.
gang?
Well, like a
Well, kind of.
like a friend gang. Like, hey,
Yeah.
gang, let's go get our nipples pierced. That kind of thing.
Except we never did that. Jem almost did.
Like that
No,
play with
weird.
the dog that talks and eats snacks?
Yeah, like that.
It was a robot made by Vivian.
Right.
Play turned out really well. It was a hit, big hit.
It was
But
the-
that
it
makes
was-
a lot of sense. Well then, what if? Think no. You go to
I like his-
Osvaldo's.
Like his
Grave.
grave. That seems quite morbid.
Yeah,
Maybe it is me.
but I guess it's a good thing
Just
we
check
did pay
under
him
my
a
tongue
visit.
first, at least.
Okay.
What a exact word to include.
No, I don't say anything.
So you didn't ask the DM. DM, is there anything under my tongue?
There's not.
Is there something tattooed
just
to
a
your
couple of
ass
drops
that we
of
don't know about?
LSD that are usually there.
Okay, yeah, nothing out of place.
No.
Anything tattooed to your ass that you don't know about? You have a
I'll
clue
drop my
tattooed
trousers
to your
and
ass.
turn around.
No, it's clear.
Just the usual juicy tramp stamp.
Is it a butterfly?
Is that Roy Orbison?
But that was where he was gonna put his king tattoo.
Well, I've been meaning to cover this one up, so.
It's whatever's there normally.
He
Butterfly.
covers up his butterfly butt tattoo with a king's face tattoo.
Okay, we checked.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that could be a worthy place to go look. I think that's who I would think of if you think of the heart of the old gang.
We could ask Vivian. But that'd be cheating, and I'm not gonna cheat on a scavenger hunt.
Though I would like to find Vivian.
Exactly.
I don't feel like we really don't really know. We don't really have any other leads though, other than just the fact that she is alive and is out there. But you already knew that,
Yeah, exactly.
or
It doesn't-
felt it. You know,
No, I know. It.
doesn't really. Yeah.
I knew the whole time.
It's like, oh yeah, we know that she like can look like somebody else. That's not really helpful to us.
She could be anybody. She could be anywhere. Are you Vivian?
King, I don't want to be a downer, but I do want to point this out. Laz is actually reading an old paper, and he points out the article about Tequila Mockingbird.
Oh, yes. That's, I already know about that, unfortunately. Yeah, 10 of us too. 10 of us made her knowledge of that quite clear.
Hmm.
That reminds me. The black staff told me that I had to stick close, do what you say, and there's some job we're supposed to be on that you haven't told me about yet.
Yeah, we're going to talk about. But while we're doing that, let's go get some breakfast.
At like 2 a.m.
Breakfast. Let's fucking sleep, man. Dude.
I thought it was morning, not like wee hours morning.
Did we sleep?
Wee hours
I
morning.
didn't think.
I'm
I didn't think we
assuming-
slept yet.
This all started blending together. So I'll
Maybe we
assume you
did
guys
sleep and woke up.
have slept or whatever. I don't fucking know. You've got a long rest.
Did we do a long rest?
You've got a long rest. I'll put it that way.
All right.
Whether you slept or not is up to you. I'll
Alright.
leave it.
We passed out talking about piercings, woke up, started talking about piercings again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
like
woke
that.
up and immediately started back where we had left off.
So I've heard about this piercing. It's like on your dick. I just don't know if that's something I would want to do.
Ooh,
Not very
also,
fun.
Laz, I got a question for you.
Is it about my scar? Because I'm pretty
No.
sure I've answered that.
No. I heard the story is very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Don't worry. But say you want to ask someone questions and possibly detain them so they have to answer your questions, but you don't know if they've committed a crime yet. How would you go about getting a warrant? Is that the term? To just, apprehend someone and start questioning them?
First, you have to be a law enforcement officer of some kind.
And that's where you come
have to
in.
have-
I mean, I wouldn't want to. So, I met an old, I wouldn't say friend, but an old acquaintance of mine from the old days back at the museum, and he mentioned something that really raised my curiosity, but he refused to elaborate, and
Wait.
I really want to.
You want me to detain a member of a diplomatic entourage for you?
I mean, I'm just asking if there's a way we could make that happen.
No.
Worth a shot. What's the use of being friends with a cop that came in to tan someone for you? Jesus.
As you guys
So
are eating
annoying.
breakfast, you start to notice that it just starts raining cats and dogs outside.
My God, look at the blood.
It makes a terrible sound.
Laz, don't look.
I am
King,
horrified by
Laz or
exactly
King,
half
don't
of
Oh
this.
no, my people.
What are you talking about? My people!
Your people land on their feet.
Sad Italian opera music
What?
starts playing.
It's not good for the knees.
You hear Sarah McLaughlin playing in the back.
Yeah.
Well, Anyways, Les, if you won't detain him for me for some reason, do you have any information potentially about Liberasis? Does that name ring any bells or anything? Because if you give me some information I could use to do this myself, that'd be, helpful.
I presume that given my activities of the past couple days, given the how recently they got into town, I probably wouldn't know anything. Correct?
You do know something about Librasis.
Oh, what do I know?
Moreau family correspondence, Wolfried's correspondence, third entry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
yes. That's right. I do know a thing. Let's see here. I almost pulled that up, and I should have.
It's that I can read it. I have it open, actually.
Oh,
Some of the oldest letters in the stack are 1 to 2 years old. They are from Mastika, though they are written by someone named Lebrasis. In them, Lebrasis regrets to inform Wilfred that King Taurine Leonin has rejected his offer to trade. You also know from recent newspaper articles that he serves as Mastican ambassador. Sorry. So like, Wilfried had been in contact to do trade with Mastika, and then Lebrasis let him know that he was
Torin shut him down.
he was rejected, basically.
Offer of trade. Interesting. Is there any more mentions of trade between Wilfred and Mastika?
Sorry, Gem only stole so many letters.
First entry, actually.
And
Wilfried has been in contact with representatives
Wait.
from the Kingdom of Mastika in an attempt to secure a favorable trade deal with the Crown. Most of these letters are from someone named P.O. Cloudsmane, who seems favorable to the idea. He mentions how they intend to meet Wilfried soon.
Oh, yeah, that is correct. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry.
It's okay. There's a lot of text.
There is a lot of text.
Learn to read.
Just because Lee
Reading?
know it, Laz definitely would have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Lee? Yes. Last higher intelligence than Lee. We'll just leave it there. So, yeah. Information.
Interesting. See,
Do you know this P.O. Cloudsmane?
let me ask the DM. Does that name ring any bell?
Let me ask the DM. You can roll me intelligence.
Okay. Like investigation or just like a plain investigation?
Just intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kyle, when you roll things like this, I can't help you.
Oh,
God.
No. Although it makes sense, King doesn't remember names.
Yeah, King was very much not into the getting to know people
He's,
thing.
if they weren't immediately entertaining or useful for him, he really did care about the present. P.O. Cloudsmane, I'd love to ask Liberasis who that is, but he doesn't want to talk to me. Lads, we happen to know where diplomats tend to stay?
Probably would they stay at those swanky towers? No, because the swanky towers is not like non-human, like,
They'd stay
walled.
at the respective embassy.
Okay, yeah. So embassy.
Well, I might have to sneak around there at some point in the near future, because I'm not done talking.
I love sneaking, by the way.
Ooh, yes.
Break into an embassy.
That sounds fun as hell. Is there some like good loot there, or what's going on?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
For love of all the gods,
You
please
probably
do not
don't have
start an
to
international
sneak.
incident by breaking into an embassy.
Is it
Oh my
really an
God.
international incident if I'm involved? They're my people. I mean, I could.
Exactly,
If they-
they're your people. Just walk into the front door and say, "Hi, I'd like to visit the ambassador."
If they left
What?
it out, it's ready to be grabbed. That's all that man is.
What does international mean?
Yeah, what? Yeah, that's true. What?
Remind me while we're out, Izo, to get you a dictionary.
It isn't
That's
even.
actually that's actually a pretty good question considering like
Wait, what's a
stored
dictionary?
coast and like Baldur's Gate wouldn't be considered international because that's like just down the coast, whereas something like
Well,
Mesquite
it's
would be
good-
considered.
I mean, technically, like we're talking about city-states here, so in a sense, the term international isn't really relevant because there aren't nation-states. But I mean, like, yeah,
Political.
the rough equivalent of international would be Mastika is international in regards to Waterdeep, but so would Baldur's Gate. Get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
GD
Yeah,
plays
but-
an electric guitar.
That being said, Baldur's Gate and Waterdeep are actually part of the same sort of political alliance. So yeah, keep that in mind.
I guess
Yeah,
my
I
real
imagine-
question is who gives a shit about anything outside of Waterdeep?
Izo, who gives a fuck about anything at all? Let's just get some shit.
Like
Long
nipple
as some of
piercings.
As long as some of that shit is a conversation between me and Lebrasus that he can weasel out of, I'm all down.
So like, I just want stuff. Like, if we can get money. let's
And
do
are we
it.
doing the nipple piercings today? Is that going down, or I
No.
got kind of excited about it?
No.
Oh.
I don't
No,
think
you
so.
guys have fun with the nipple piercings and the tattoos. I've got.
Jim?
We're not doing that.
Jim, I know a Thrycreen that does a great job.
Oh no.
He's in soundboards, so the needles aren't really sterile.
Well, he doesn't use needles at all. He's got these great pincers that just do a great job.
Yeah,
Just
Clicks
spit
is
on
very, very efficient.
He does beautiful work. He did this, and I pull.
If you don't mind it being done with his mouth, you'll be great.
He doesn't use his mouth.
He uses somebody else's mouth.
Okay, so we should probably actually compile all the things we want to do today. I know we want to look for Vivian. I know King's interested in sneaking around the embassy just to get more dirt on Lebrasus or talk to him. I know Oz needs to get more info about
Yep.
the Zentarum.
And his
forget
sword.
what- Yes,
And
yes.
his
Get the
sword.
I
sword
want to
checked
go
out.
to that. I want to go to that place as well. The sword shop.
And I'm not quite sure what Jim and Laz would need to do or want to do today.
Also, when did Waterdeep enter into Mario 64?
Just now.
You don't like it?
Will you
I'm not saying I
remind
like
me,
it, I'm just-
Josh, who Danny Trench is? I feel like we
Danny-
knew something about that.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see.
Like I know that he had the letter that he was doing from research. He was doing
Mhm.
research for Madison, but do we know who he is? Like, I feel like there was
Yeah,
some
he's your
other.
neighbor.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's he's the detective who. So we're trying that.
But we haven't talked to him about that yet.
No, you have not.
Okay. That's something I want to do this today. Is go talk to Danny
I still have
Trench.
to clean this up. God damn it.
God damn it, Josh! Clean up your toys.
Oh, you would have also gotten this information from the newspaper, if you haven't seen it already.
Okay.
Unreadable
Oh, the
account.
histamines. Ugh.
God damn them.
Wait, what? What's going on? There.
The
So fun,
histamines.
can't-
Which one was that?
Colored candles.
That's
The,
the
uh,
snake. The snake.
The snake
kid.
guy and Mangy. The
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
The dastardly. The.
yeah, the Dick Dastardly clone.
yeah.
The unbeatable challenge.
Lamplighter's Guild and sell colored candles. That's probably the key to everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
Liar's
that's the thing I
candles.
should mention is a holidays coming up at the last day of the month is basically the Waterdeep equivalent of Halloween
Awesome.
Halloween and
Ooh,
Mardi
yes.
Gras. rolled together.
Oh hell
I-
yeah.
Oh god, we're gonna see Zardoz again.
I know what I want to do.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to go see my cousin Snacks to talk about this Aristine Demarne or whatever the fuck his stupid name
Aristian
is.
Demarn. Got you.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. So that's what
That's
you.
that's what I want to know.
Okay. Let's do that now while the iron's hot. So you head over to Nax's place.
Oh, okay. Wait. Anybody want to
Oh.
come with me? Hey guys, I'm gonna go over to my cousin's and talk to him about a dude. Anyone join me?
Can you remind me who Demarn is and why you're asking about him again?
He's that guy who robbed the. Well, he tried to rob, and he probably did rob a few people, and he blew up the theater that we were in that one time. Remember that?
Oh, Demarn. Correct.
Yeah, he
Okay.
blew the fucking theater up with
He
shit.
he kind of set up he set up something that looked like a bomb and
He didn't
acted like he
actually
was gonna
blow
blow
it
it up and it turned out to be fish. But he did rob the fucking place.
Yeah, he fucked things up, man. He was horrible, and we were having a fun time talking to that one guy with the women. Remember him? He had gray hand, something like that. Are you there?
I was, but
Mert?
I was standing watch. I was not party to that conversation at all. I've still not met Mert.
Yeah, you're always standing watch. When aren't you standing watch? Come on, man. Anyway, who wants to come with me? Okay. Oh,
Just biting.
I'm gonna look at Bully.
Oh, I'll go with you. What the hell?
Billy just licks his eye.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, King, you said you could come with me. Let's go. I'm making my way downtown, walking
Didn't he-
fast. Something.
didn't he almost kill us?
Hometown.
Wait, what is Mert doing?
Okay, me and King are gone.
Toast.
You just call me Toast?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Don't worry about
That's
it.
my next character.
So Oz and Toast. God damn it, Oz and King. I don't know. Oz and King and Bully head over to Naxos. Okay.
Okay.
And you want to ask him about Demarn?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything in particular, or what?
What
Just
do you
what he
know
knows
about
of her.
this guy? Do you know if he's do you know where he's at? Do you know who might know where he's at? Do you know if I can find some information about him? What do you know, Nax?
Yeah. Nax thinks for a minute. He. I don't know nothing about this Demon guy. You say he's in Tarm?
That's all I know. And
Mm.
yeah, he's some asshole.
No, I don't know nothing about this guy. I heard somebody talking about him. Talking about a job from a few nights ago. Some sort of hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
Yeah. Him and a bunch of the locals, the local good for nothings, all decided they were gonna get. They got this idea in their head that they were gonna end up joining the Zentarum. They were mentioning some sort of fancy guy, like this Demarn guy sounds like, offer him a position if they helped out. It was bad. It was a bad group.
Where they at?
They were into
What-
that thrill stuff.
What do you know?
Listen, Bell. I mean, from what I heard, almost all of them either got killed or pinched during the whole thing.
They died?
Some of them did, yeah. Apparently, there was a group of crazies at the fucking opera who just started attacking them too. People actually fought back.
Okay, wait, Nax. Maybe
King
you
kind of
know
like turns
something about
around,
this.
kind of walks towards things a little bit.
Maybe you know something about this, Nax. I heard that they were on drugs and they seemed like they were on something.
Yeah.
Something
Like I was telling you, man. They're a bad group. They were mixed up with that thrill stuff, that red shit. You see?
What's the red shit? Do I know? I don't think. Do I know about that shit?
I mean, you've been seeing people showing signs of using it. You yourself have not encountered any of it.
Do I know what it is? Do I know what it does? What is it?
No,
do
I mean,
roll
no,
something?
I mean, you guys had a vial of it at one point, but you never tested it or anything like that. I think Laz ended up getting a hold of it and turned it into the cops.
What a narc.
To the black
Fucking
staff.
To the
not
black staff of the
cops.
cops. Anyway,
Okay. I've heard something about this thing. What do you know about it?
listen, I know from what I hear, it makes you go a little. It apparently makes you feel really good, but it ends up making you go a little, aggressive.
Who's dealing it?
I don't know. Every little two-bit hood's got a. I don't fucking know, man.
Give me a
I don't know
name,
where
give
it's
me-
coming from.
Give me a
Look,
name.
Okay, I know some of it's been coming from this Greeley guy. I know some of it's been coming from up in Fieldwood. I hear a little bit of it's moving around in Dockwood. Nobody's got a whole lot of it, from what I understand.
Who? Greeley? Who's Greeley? Do I know Greeley?
It's the guy we
Um,
got.
Kill Greeley?
It's the guy we got.
We've got a
stake
appointment
out.
to meet.
Oz would recognize the name Greeley from Mert the other night. He's the guy that you are eventually you've got to go see to get something before the Zentarum gets it. You remember that guy?
No, but I'll pretend that I do.
Okay.
Oz does.
Mhm.
Ryan doesn't.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That sounds familiar. Maybe I should talk with that man.
Nax does point out, from what I understand, somebody from that gang did get away, though.
Wait, which one? Who
The
was it?
the hobgoblin who was in charge. What was his name? Truff or something like that. I don't fucking remember. I know he was kicking around Dockwood, bearing his, pouring his sorrows into a fucking whiskey glass.
Did he, by any chance, have like a tattoo of any kind? Because it sounds vaguely familiar.
He probably would have had a tattoo of the Zentarum if he's gonna try and join them. As he's explaining all this, King, you recognize the hobgoblin he's describing as the one that was drunk and tried to punch you when you were going around collecting taxes, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You ended up taking a locket off of him. He even mentioned tried to hit you up for thrill. He was like, do you have any of this shit or anything like that?
Okay. So, Oz, I think I might have seen that particular hobgoblin semi-recently. The other day, in fact.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, and if you're interested, we may go back down to that bar I saw him at.
Let's find them. If we find them, maybe we can learn a little bit more about them. We can find a little bit more about this. What the fuck his name is? The stupid asshole who tried to
Yeah.
fuck the play up.
Yeah, that tool that, fought Izzo and me and insulted me a lot.
Yeah, he did. He was an asshole to you. I remember.
Was? Yeah, I was up in the
He was
balcony
a
trying to
big
be
asshole.
cool. Being all cocky about how,
He to be
nimble-
honest, he kind of made you a bitch.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I don't like him.
Yep, I don't like him either. We should find him.
But also, if we want to go down there, I'll be in a little bit of a disguise, so I'll need you to play along with that. Just have.
That's fine. Do whatever you gotta do. Let's do it.
Alright, how far away is that one? Was it a bar that we saw him at? It was a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar.
Yeah, how far away is that bar from here?
It's about 2 weeks away when we pick up the game next time.
Oh.
Are we ending?
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up. With you guys heading that way. Oh, I will mention one other thing. King, that, like I said, that locket you took from that guy. If you were to open it up, you would find inside a portrait of Vivi's parents and 2 young half-elf children.
Okay. I'm still gonna keep that close to my chest. I might use that for something.
So there's that. So you two are gonna head over that way. I'm going to assume that Vivi's going to be looking for Vivian today.
Probably too hard to do that. I was gonna go over to the City of the Dead.
Okay.
Vivi,
Uh,
if you'll
I'd probably
wait for me to
accompany.
talk
Yeah, I'd probably accompany Gemheim, and then we could
I'll
go
talk
together
to the Danny
afterwards.
Trench dude, and then we'll do a sibling hunt today.
Okay. Okay, so Danny, so you two are Danny trenching, and then City of the Dead. Okay.
I think Lazo. Laz.
Lazo. I like Lazo.
Laz and Ezo. Sorry.
Lazo and toast.
You're
Laz
Ezo's
and
cheating on
Ezo.
Gem with
Should go
Laz.
And where would Laz and Ezo head off to?
I don't know.
Either separately or together,
I have
or
one
with
question.
somebody else.
I have a question.
Yes.
I need to know more about this unbeatable challenge.
Okay.
Okay. So Laz is going to start with Danny Trench, and he's going to break off from Jem and VV from there, and he's going to try to corral Ezo to stay with him and not get distracted by bloody challenge thing.
Okay. So Danny Trench initially. Any idea where you might go after that? So I know what to prepare. If not, it's okay.
So it's gonna be. I will let you know in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through and look through some things again, and then I'll let you know based on that.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
Gotcha. Okay. All right then. There we go. So I know what we're doing next time. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. That's the sesh, guys.
All right.
Lots of fun.
Awesome.
Woo! That was good.
I loved it.
I especially love the 40 minutes where I just got to kick back and do nothing while you guys just talked. That was amazing.
I knew Mama's was a
That's,
trap.
that's so,
That
that
conversation
was so refreshing.
I knew Mama's was a trap.
I felt it too, but I just kept talking.
I'm just sitting there, and it's like lies are about the details. You're gonna get stuck.
Like as I was
Yeah.
saying it, I could feel like, okay, this is 100% a trap, but I can't reverse now. I'm already talking.
Good shit.
I love that. I love that attempt at a save. Oh, you didn't hear about new mamas?
New Mama's, yeah. New Mama's.
Some call it Neo Mamas.
Neo Mamas.
Neo Mamas.
Also,
The Mama trap.
the Mama.
Mama trap.
The mama trap is the business that's run out of the back.
Uh,
I'm
Another
still
cool-
thinking. Oh, yo, mamas, man. There's gotta be something.
Your Mama's good too.
She
So-
better be.
So I like that little plot twist he gave me with the King's backstory and the whole ring thing, but for a second there I legit thought, oh god, did I forget something? Did I forget?
I started noticing people in the chat mentioning shit he forgot something. I was like, fuck, I better make this very explicit.
Yeah, 'cause for a second I was like, wait, did I bitch something somewhere and completely forget about it?
Mhm.
But no, that's an interesting twist that gives a king something to really hook onto and follow.
Okay. Good. Good. I'm glad you like the twist.
Yeah, that's good.
What a tweet.
I'm very
I like
nervous
it.
about the consequences of talking shit to the.
Yeah, but
What's her
it
name?
was so worth it.
Francesca.
Consequences are great.
Oh,
I have to
Almost ain't
listen
shit.
to the session on YouTube because my internet died when you were doing that. I'm like, no, I want to hear this.
That was funny. It was really funny.
I love that like we are going to be at war with like all the fancy nobility that Gemheim used to be friends with. I
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
that.
maybe. Maybe not all of them. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. Maybe we
Kehlani
can
can come
recruit
too.
some to our side. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kehlani, I feel like, is down with our weird stuff.
I like her.
Yeah, she was
Oz
part of our
likes
double date.
She
I
seems
love
like
telling everybody
surprisingly
about our
cool.
double date too.
But
Yeah,
who
that's
knows?
good.
Maybe she's like the mole who's like trying to fuck us all over.
Yeah,
Who
maybe
knows?
she's gonna be the key to our destruction.
Who knows, man? It's good. It's like a total mystery.
She's secretly a Xanathar agent. Here,
Yeah, like-
the Oz's undoing.
I've been
exactly.
waiting for
It could
her.
be. It could
I've
be.
been,
Who
I've
knows?
been waiting for her to just like say some racist ass goblin shit or something. But
Or maybe
No,
she's
she's-
totally.
I
Maybe
have-
she's totally cool. Like you
I've
never
really
know.
been waiting for the cool to end at some point, and she's never being totally cool.
yeah, I know. I'm
Or maybe she
surprised
is
by it.
totally cool. And
It'll be
take
great.
us- That'll
It'll be
be
great
surprising.
in the second to last session when you guys are hanging out with Kehlani, and then suddenly she pulls out a pistol and starts speaking with a Russian accent and shoots you off a pier.
Off of the top of a
Dosvidanya.
building. It was the top of a building, and you know it.
She planned this all along.
Plays
Along
like a
with
damn
Boris
fiddle.
against Muskin Square.
At least we will have defeated the cult by then.
For glorious Soviet faith.
So not gonna worry about Victor Saint Domains sniffing into my crap now, so that's gonna be fun.
He's always
Yeah,
sniffing
yeah,
at everybody's
he's-
crap.
He is full of bluster, but yeah, you really shouldn't have put him on your scent.
I just
He's
wanted to get
competent and full of bluster.
I just want to get more info about his deal at that orphanage because I felt like there might have been something shitty there, but I guess maybe he just actually got distracted. So fuck.
He's a
Yeah,
shithole. Fuck him.
There's also
Yeah.
the issue of the ramifications of breaking and entering still have not really come crashing down either. So,
There's so much stuff, dude.
Which of our breaking enterings?
I don't know what you're
Jim
talking about.
Jim and Oz,
Ah.
primarily
Oh
Jim.
yeah.
That other shoe hasn't dropped yet. So there's that.
There's so much stuff. I mean, think about like King's fucking the cauldron and the fire and all that stuff that was
Mhm.
going on. That could be something too.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
Kind of already
somebody's
was.
gonna miss. Look how somebody's gonna miss Lockjaw. He was just some gross folk.
What if he
The
was?
point, the point here is that
Victor
I've been able to do like 32 sessions without an actual main storyline, just based off of y'all's backstory and your bullshit that you get into. So there we go. Congratulations, you guys are excellent at giving me fodder. So good
Well,
on
you're
all
good
of
We
you.
gotta
You're
get into
good
it at some
fighting
point. We gotta
Yeah.
converge into the main storyline.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
I'm trying to
eventually.
do. We're like all kind of related a little bit, but I feel like
Mhm.
the characters aren't really talking about it amongst each other that much to figure that out.
Yeah, like that's something that like I think like us all getting back at the bar tonight was the first time we'd all been together in quite a while.
Yeah.
Well, quite a while is like 3 sessions, which is only about a day.
True.
Yeah, it's like once every day we all are in the same room, but that
Mhm.
does happen like once every 3 sessions.
And the big part is the fact just each of our plot lines like are pretty like separate. Though yeah, like there are signs of them kind of starting to converge a little bit. Like the letter between Jim's father and Liberasus. Like that's a little thread there that could lead to some kind of conversion.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll see. We'll find out.
Indeed.
That was
All
fun.
right, I'm gonna head off for the night, but that was
Okay.
a lot of fun. Thanks, Josh.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, thank
Good
you.
night, everyone.
Indeed.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Right.
Good
Good
night,
night, guys.
guys.